When I was young, I have absolutely no money to buy Minecraft, so instead I just download some Minecraft clones to play. But now I am no longer young, so it is time for me to review these games from my childhood to see if they deserve my respect or not. Welcome to the first episode of the Minecraft clone review series, where I will review some of the most famous Minecraft clones that we all played when we were young. And the first game that we are gonna review today is called Blockman Go. Developed by Shuhai Sandbox Network Technology, it is published on 29th of November of 2007, which is a game I used to love when I was 12 years old. At the first glance, it kinda looks like Roblox as its UI is really similar compared to Roblox 1. But when you enter any game on the platform, you will immediately notice its art style is just like Minecraft's. So I would say this is Roblox but with Minecraft's art. And then I clicked into an activity page and immediately saw 8 activities and 4 of them involve random drawing. Wow, that's really a lot, I could say. But you know, I am not that kind of person who judge someone by their outfits, so let's try a game and see if they are good or not. I entered a game called Bed Wars and immediately started a match without me knowing about it. So the gameplay is very normal, just like every other Bed Wars game. You just simply destroy others' bed and kill them. And my first game is over. But I do believe all of my enemies and teammates are bots. After I ran back to the lobby, I noticed that there was something in the top left corner. 8 activities again? Are you serious about that? Surely they were just cosmetic and won't be pay to win, right? Well, it turns out that I'm completely wrong about this. In fact, you can obtain runes in these activities and they're extremely OP. How powerful they are? Well, let's start with the rune system first. In the rune system, you can apply 8 runes for each of the 4 aspects: attack, defense, skills, and function. Take attack runes as an example. The S tier lifesteal runes can provide 10% of lifesteal, which is extremely powerful in a PvP game. Moreover, since you can apply 1 S tier rune and 7 more level 4 runes, and each of the level 4 lifesteal rune can provide 7% of lifesteal. So in total, they can provide 59% of lifesteal. Or in another word, you gain 12 HP after dealing 20 damage. Sounds crazy, right? And don't forget, this is just one of the 4 aspects. In short, if you get the best runes for all 4 aspects, you can get a total of 59% lifesteal, 30% of damage reduction, gain a lot of thrill after respawning, and get a ton of HP after killing an enemy. The major way to obtain these runes is by opening loot chests. Each loot chest costs 15 keys, which can be obtained by playing or buying from activities mentioned before. The chants are not shown in-game, so I don't really know what is the chance to obtain these runes, but it definitely costs a lot if you want to obtain a competent set of runes. Apart from runes, cosmetic could also give you a great advantage. This pet called Riverstorm, yes, you didn't hear me wrong, they literally copy Riverstorm from the Minecraft story mode, can damage nearby enemies every 8 seconds. And also, they are upgradable, so you might need to spend some money to get a good pet. Of course, that's far from the end. In some activities, you can get items outside of the game, and it means that you can store a lot of items outside of the runs and use them in games. For example, if you have 2 fireball store, you can use them in game without buying it. So far, I've introduced how this game is pay to win in 3 ways. It surely can't get more pay to win, right? Right? Well, I'm completely wrong again. After I play another game, the game introduced the talent system. The talent system, as its name suggests, gives you advantage in the game just like the rune system. After some calculations, I find that you need 131,000 soulstones to match your talent. And according to Blockman Go, 1 soulstone is worth 1 G-cubes, which is the premium currency of the game, and 60 G-cubes is worth $1. Therefore, you need about $2,000 to maximize your talent. Of course, the final price wouldn't be so expensive because there are many activities that give you extra G-cubes or a soulstone. So I would say you need like $500 if you want to quickly maximize it. And that's basically all for this game. I will give it a 3 out of 10 because it is heavily pay to win and chances of loot boxes are uncleaner. For the next game we got Jailbreak, which sounds similar to a game with the same name on a different platform, which is a shooting game involving prisoners, criminals and police officers. When I enter the game I choose the prisoner team and then get spawn killed by a police. And interestingly, the game has no spawn protection, so I will get killed once I respawn. After a while, I found a chance to escape the police and start collecting paper on the ground. Once I got enough paper, I went back to the merchant to buy some keys. With those keys, I can escape the jail. And then, I go to rob the bank and get some ores in the bank's chest. I went back to the black market and sell them for cash. With that cash, I can buy armors and weapons that I like. So that's basically the main cycle of criminals. Rob, sell, and kill the police. It is however much harder to start as a police officer. First thing that you notice is the police have a salary. However, that is not very useful, as there is a limit on how many salaries you can get per day. I mean real life day, not the game days. If you want to get the money, you have to kill criminals for their bounty. But the criminals, especially those with high bounty, can quit the game almost immediately to avoid death. As a result, police has to use the frag grenade to quickly kill criminals. But you need 500 cash for a single grenade, which makes starting as a police a tough experience. Overall, as a new player, no matter what team you are in, your starting experience is very bad. As a prisoner, you might get camped by police that want to camp respawning criminals, or as a police officer, you might get spawn killed by criminals that want to increase their bounty. It is especially hard for new police to have a great experience in the game, except you buy cash using G cubes. Although I said this is a shooting game, but as an old player from 2018, I can say the real fun thing about this game is never about the gun. Actually, when you get shot, you can immediately quit the game to avoid death, which I have mentioned before. And that means guns will not be used to kill any experienced player, but instead we use frag grenade, which is a consumable and it is capable to deal a lot of damage, killing a fully armored player in less than a second. And also, you can buy invisibility potion, which makes the game more exciting because you never know the person near you is your enemies or your teammate. The game deserves a 6 out of 10 because it has a fun gameplay cycle, but the experience for the new player is really bad. Moreover, there are many hackers in the game that will ruin your experience. And there are basically no any cheat in this game, so the cheater won't get banned. Gemlight is a PvP game where players mine ores and exchange them for resources. Then find the raw gem and put it back to the statue for victory. While the game seems to be very normal, I have found a bug which can be abused. You see, when I am in the waiting lobby, we can actually mine the sand and bridge to the arena, and mine ores in there. Everything is functional there except you can't sell ores, but you can still mine the chests that randomly spawn in the ground to green crash. The game resets your inventory when the game starts. However, you can buy chests from the merchant and store items inside. Well, this isn't a problem when the game has enough players because you don't have enough time to mine sand and bridge to the arena. This has become a problem as there aren't enough players. So by using this bug, I can win the game in less than 2 minutes. While this game is completely playable, the lack of players has lengthened the waiting time. The bugs also are not fixed. I will give it a 5 out of 10. Clan War is a 10 vs 10 PvP game where players can choose their own hero and fight for their team. At least that was what the game description says. When I enter the game, the first thing that the game asks me is to summon 5 times, which is a massive red flag for a game. And after that, I wear 4 armors for my heroes and I am ready for my first battle. The game's target is to capture the enemy threat and protect our team's threat from the enemy team. To score, one must go to the enemy base and bring back their threat to the base. After the game started, players can get food, blocks and some weapons from the chest in the spawn. I grab a few stacks of blocks and a few food, then I try to kill enemies near our base which tries to grab our threat. and after 15 minutes, the game ends with me being the top killer. I was honestly surprised because I'm completely new to this game and I don't have great gear. To be honest, I think the map design is good and it is because it was copied from another game. In another game called Warlord developed by Hypixel, there is a map called Warzone and the map is extremely similar. And here is a comparison between these two maps. I think after watching the comparison, you can tell if the map from Blockman Go is copied or not. Now let's move on to our next point. Although the map is cleanly copied, there was still some originality. For example, you can eat foods which give you some temporary buff like speed boost or increased damage. Moreover, you can place blocks to bridge to the enemy base and attack them in the air. However, since you can bridge, if you can get the flag, you can just go back to the bridge and hand back to the base and score, since you don't need your flag in your base to get a score. Overall, although this game has a copy map, the game itself is quite fun and has some sort of originality. The game is worth a 5 out of 10 in my opinion. Other games on the platform are basically the same. For example, this game called Bird Simulator gives me a deja vu on other games on a different platform, which is also a simulator and also features flying animals as its main frame. In conclusions, Blockman Go is a game platform with many mini-games. However, these mini-games either lack updates and as a result have low player or they get free runs updates, but are very pay to win that you can only have a good experience by stealing your mom's credit card. A 4 out of 10 for the whole platform. You might have noticed that I said Blockman Go have an art style similar to Minecraft, but what they have done is far more than that. Let me tell you more on what they have done. First thing is the police station of Jailbreak. The design is similar or basically the same with a Minecraft map built by this creator 12 years ago, and not just the exterior design, the interior designs are almost the same. You might think that it's just fans content since I said Blockman Go is a Roblox-like platform, but the next 3 things are completely official. Next up, we got Diamond Sword. Blockman Go's Diamond Sword texture is directly taken from a Minecraft texture pack called John Smith Legacy. The texture in Blockman Go is the exact copy of John Smith Legacy's. And in their official website, which needs to be accessed by Wayback Machine, you can find this image, and I don't think I need further explanation here. If that was not enough, here is the official YouTube channel of Blockman Go. They literally use Minecraft's official texture to advertise their game. Yes, this is their official YouTube channel, and they are using Minecraft's texture, which is kinda illegal, I would say. So this is the end of this episode, and I will upload the second episode really soon. So if you want to see more of this content, remember to subscribe and like the video.